Hi guys, in this video we are going to solve the Leetcode number 18, which is foursome. It is an extension of threesome problem. If you have done threesome, it would be very much easy, very much easy. Believe me, it would be very much easy. So we already know the observations. We already know what are the conditions that it must satisfy for the threesome, and same observations and same conditions will apply for the foursome as well. But only one thing we have observed is the target. In the threesome, we have the target must be zero for every example, for every input. But in this case, we have given target for each and every input. So that is the only case that we have, and we have to meet the target at any cost. So we know that. So we are going to take. We are going to use two outer loops, and we are going to solve with O of n square. And the approach is very much simple, guys. The first thing is we are going to sort an array. We are sorting an array because we are using two pointer solution, and we are going to fix the first number as I and the second number as J. And for the remaining two elements for the C and D, we are going to put two pointer solution. We are going to use two pointer solution for them, and we are going to skip the duplicates. For example, here you have a zero, here you have zero. Uh, at any cost, here you have the zero, and we are going to skip the duplicates. It's very important because we don't want in each list we don't want previous list same elements in the present list as well. So that is the reason we have to use we have to do skip the duplicates. So let's just start writing the code. That is pretty much everything about this. And I'm going to explain each and every line that what I'm going to write. So you will be understanding in a way. So the first thing is so if you wanted to do in brute force approach, it's like simple. Use for loops, for loop for I, J, K, and L, and add it into the list, sort a list, and if the already list exists in the if already inner list exists in the outer exist in the you know uh, list array list, then you don't have to insert that, and if it does not exist, you have to insert it. And we are doing sorting in that because we don't want duplicates every time we are inserting an elements. So I think you have understood, but however, the brute force approach doesn't going to help uh, you know solve the test cases all, and that's going to give a lot of time. That's going to take a lot of time, and however, it does not pass the all test cases. Time limit exceeded, something like kind of error that you will get. So that is the reason we are using two for loops, which is O of n square, and yep. So let's start writing the code. We are going to use the first loop, initialize the first loop, which will start with 0, and nums is less than minus 3, because we are putting minus 3 because the last we are using two more elements, and we have already J. So those that is the reason we are putting minus negative 3 over there, and we are going to write one more loop inside of it. J is start with the I plus 1, and J is less than minus 2, J plus plus. Now we are going to use two more variables, which is left. That's going to become this. Let's say, however, if you think this is I and this is J, and it is going to become left. And we are going to use one more pointer, which is right. We are going to this index J plus 1, and int right will take nums dot 81. Now What do we do? Now we are going to use while loop, and we use left and right until here. Uh, so we need to check all the combinations with I and J and left and right. Uh, the I already exists here, J already exists here. From the left to right, we are going to increase it from here and we are going to decrease it from here. So as long as left becomes greater than right, then we are going to end the while loop and we start with the increasing J element and I element, J element and the I loop, outer loop. So yeah, left is greater than right. Then we are going to sum over here. Okay, into sum. And then nums of I plus nums of J plus nums of left nums of right. Now we need to check if the sum is greater than, if the sum is less than target, what do we do? If the sum is greater than target, what do we do? Else, what do we do? We know if it is greater than, it's going to comes into this loop. If it is less than, it's going to come into this if condition. If it is greater than if the sum is greater than target, it's going to come into this. So if both are equal, sum double equal to target, then it's going to come into this. Then we are going to insert into the list, guys. So let's initialize a list over here. So before that, we need to sort an array and then just insert into the list. So result dot add list dot as list, add each and every element. So j comes of left comes of right. Okay. Now we already added in the list. Now what do we do is we have to increase the j. We have to increase the left. We have to decrease the right. Sorry. Okay. Increase the left and decrease the right. Now this part is completed. Now what do we do if we get any duplicates? So if it is less than target, so we already know the R is already sorted. So if it is less than target, somehow we need to increase the sum. All right. So to increase the sum, we definitely have to put left plus plus, and here to it is greater than a target, we have to decrease, we have to decrement, we have to choose an elements which are going to decrease. So we have to put here negative decrementation. Now, what do we do? Now, if uh, elements are duplicate, if the elements are duplicate, we have to skip those elements, right? So we just skip those elements here. The left is less than right, and nums of left double equal to nums of left minus 1. What do we do is we just simply left plus plus while if the left is less than right and nums of right plus 1. We just simply decrease the right. Okay, now up to here it's completed. Now what do we do? If in the J loop, if we get any elements that gets duplicates. For example, this is J, and if we get one more zero over here, we have to skip this element. All right. So if J is greater than I plus 1 and nums of J double equal to nums of J minus 1, just simply continue. Skip that element. Now in this loop, if you get an element, the starting elements are both or uh, duplicates, then we have to skip those. If I is greater than 0 and nums dot I double equal to nums dot continue. Okay, so this pretty much, and let's say the elements are only four. Okay, if the elements are only four, what do we do? We just simply return the result empty, empty array. Now we are going to completely return this result. This is it, guys. So we have to pass test cases. Total length. What happened here? Okay, we passed the test cases and just now we check this. Okay, not bad. So out of 294, we got 292. This is pretty much solution, and here we got only four elements. I don't know. It's not passing an empty list. So somehow we are getting this. Instead of that, we just simply, why don't we return this? I don't know. Yeah, this is pretty much, guys. And yeah, that's it.